Hello everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Omori. This game came out on Christmas of 2020, one of the last games to come out that year, and honestly this was one of the sleeper hits of the year for me. It just kind of came out of nowhere, and I just loved the heck out of this game when I first played it. I've already completed it 3 different times, and I'm very eager to share the game with people because I enjoyed it a lot. Now, as you saw, we are in white space, and we've been here our whole life. But it's okay, because white space has the essentials. It has tissues for wiping away our sorrows. It has a sketchbook. It seems that Omori, who is our character here, fancies himself the artist. And as you can see, he has some slightly esoteric drawings here. I'm sure someone will find these interesting. I myself am not much of an artist, so I'm not one to critique his composition. Certainly, this is of higher caliber than anything I could ever draw. I mean, I could never hope to make a steak that looks that appetizing. And it looks like Omori has hit a bit of a creative drought here, and the last pages are blank. Let's see what else we got here. We have a kitty cat. Not really sure if that's actually what the cat is saying with that meow, or if that's just what Omori likes to pretend that it's saying. Whatever the case, he is right. We are kind of just waiting around for something to happen, but we've still got some of white space to explore, so let's check it out. We got a light bulb here. There's one dark light bulb. Well, I can kind of see the filament. And what else do we got? We got a laptop. Much like what I'm playing this game on. Let's check it out. And that's a good wallpaper there. Let's stare at it for a bit. That was relaxing. Let's see what Omori keeps in his journal. Seems to lead a somewhat repetitive life, alternating between visiting his friends and hanging out in white space. Although assuming this goes from left to right, or rather starts from the left and goes down the bottom, it's kind of hard to tell because he doesn't log the day specifically. Seems like he's mostly spends his time in white space rather than visiting friends recently. But that's enough of that. We don't really have anything to report because the day's just started, so we don't really have anything to write in our journal. Will we spend the day in white space, or will we spend the day with friends? We shall see. It was quite nice to have our lap warmed by the laptop, and what was that? Sounds like something metallic fell, actually. Well, let's take a look around white space, and, looks like we've got a shiny knife. Seems like a steak knife, actually. And what do we got here? Well, you touch these hands, and they warp you back to the center of white space. They don't hurt you or anything, they're not dangerous. Now, you actually kind of have to let yourself get caught by them or walk into them, because they're pretty slow, and we can outrun them very easily. Doesn't really mean anything right now, but perhaps it will later. Now, we didn't investigate this door. What's the deal with this? Now, if you looked at this door before the knife fell and grabbed it, you would not be able to open it, or do anything with it, really. You wouldn't even have the option to do nothing. So let's open it now. And, well, this is quite the change of scenery from white space. Quite the pastel world we got going on here. And who are these? Looks like she messed up the card game. This is Aubrey. I certainly would love to play some cards, but it looks like you just set us up for a game of 52 pickup. A likely story. Yeah, it's just a game. No need to get angry over games. See, Hero knows what's what. Well, he raises a compelling argument there, but I guess we'll never know. Now, let's see what we've got around here. Let's see, this is a reference to Stand By Me, but it's also a reference to Pokemon referencing Stand By Me. Seems like we got a cat-shaped hole, but no cat to go with it. Maybe we can get Mew out here. And what do we got over here? A single bean on a plate. Thrilling. Well, let's talk to our friends. Pet rock. It's a good name for the rock, I like it. And what do you got to say, hero? Well, hey, at least they have the energy to get up and get out there in these hectic times. Not sure what I'm trying to say there. Now I wonder where it's hidden. I don't know, argue with them? Well, it doesn't look like there's too many places to hide things. I would start by looking in these cabinets, but we can't actually open those. Let's deal with this tentacle here. Spoiler, we will not learn about what the purpose of these are for a very, very long time. No, that's not just a piece of set dressing. But let's check out this watermelon. The proxy of treasure chests in this game are watermelons. We just smash those open and take the contents, which is not just, well, mushed up watermelon. In this case, it has Aubrey's stuffed toy. We just walked over an egg and got a nice squelching sound there. Whenever you complete a side quest, you get that little jingle right there, so you know you're done with it. Looks like we spoiled his prank here. Yeah, it is kind of a bullying kind of thing to do. Shame on you, Kel. Again, a likely story to blame somebody else. Molon. We never do find out where the mole is. Feel free to leave your guesses in the comments. I'm sure that only inspires the highest brow humor out of people. Well, hero, you got any comments on this? Yep, we're all settled and done with this. Let's move on, do more exciting things. Well, I'm always down for a picnic. I'm hoping they have good eats. And we've got the snake here. Talk to him before heading out for the day, and he'll give us our allowance. The currency of this game are clams, which is a slang term for currency I have not heard in a long time. But in this case, the clams are quite literal. They are actually the sea creature. That must get quite heavy to carry around that many clams. Before heading out, though, we can in fact take them up on that offer to play card games. Throughout the game, you will come across these little places where you can do things with your friends, and these play out these little cutscenes here. Now, there isn't really any purpose to doing these, and honestly, most of them result in nothing. Some of them do have dialogue associated with them, and they can be fun to see how the characters converse about things, and some of them even just have some cool, unique graphics you wouldn't see otherwise. One other thing about these little hanging with friends events is that they completely restore your HP and your juice. As you can see, we have stats in this game, and it seems to be some type of RPG, so we can expect to get into battle at some point. Looks like Omori isn't messing around. He's got that knife he found as his preferred weapon. Let's see what the other characters have. Aubrey, not quite as threatening as Omori. She just prefers to whack things with her stuffed toy. It's Mr. Plantig. Kel has a rubber ball, and he tosses it into people's faces. Kel is also unique in that he's the only person who has a charm right now. Charms are basically this game's equivalent of armor. Hector is his friend and his loyal pet rock. He can talk, but is very shy. Allegedly. And he's a good friend. Unfortunately, as a charm, he's pretty lousy, because he doesn't actually do anything. And over here, Hero is good at flipping burgers. At that aside, he can whack people with a spatula. No other equipment of note at this point, but maybe we'll get some as the game progresses. I like this nice ambient music that plays outside the stump. I will say, this is quite the lush greenery, a nice change of scenery from white space, really. Looks like Aubrey is stuck. I can imagine Kel is going to give her no small amount of grief for this, and as you can see. Aubrey isn't having any of it, though. Kel backed down pretty quickly there. And... oh. Excuse me. Sorry, could not help myself. And it looks like we have quite the colorful cast of characters here at the playground. I'm sure we'll speak with all of them when the opportunity presents itself. Walk forward a little bit, and we immediately launch into the next cutscene. Looks like over there is Mari and Basil. The gang's all here. Is she gonna stir up more trouble? Aubrey is pointing the finger. She's casting the first stone. But Kel's not one to be pushed around. He's gonna fire back. Mari doesn't know who to believe. See? Right there. I see they're equally skilled debaters. Seems Hiro is quite put upon. Mari enjoys that he takes charge, though. She seems to really enjoy it. Don't be embarrassed, Hiro. She's just playing around. Oh, I'd like to see a photo album. We actually don't know much about these characters, so it would be nice to get some history on them. Considering he has a photo album, though, it seems Basil fancies himself a photographer. Kel is going for the opportune shot. But Basil likes to catch things as they're happening, when no one expects them. I can understand that. Well, I guess out of context it also seems a little weird. But I can tell Basil's harmless with it. Kel has his own unique way of viewing it. I can only imagine now he's just gonna do bizarre things for the sake of it and hope Basil takes an interest. Yeah, let's check it out. Relax, Basil. I'm sure it's a fine photo album. Alright, what do we got here? Not a particularly extensive album, just 4 pages with... looks like at least 3, or at most 3 pictures. Last one only has 2. Let's take a closer look. We can read about the circumstances of the photo by pressing Shift. That is quite the flower crown there. Let's check out this one. Seems Basil rather likes the flower crown, considering he's still wearing his. Hiro is the charismatic type, but he's not terribly dexterous. Looks like arts and crafts are not his forte. I could actually go for some watermelon right now. It's great fruit, but it can also be a little messy if you eat it like so. Don't drink it all at once, Kel. I can tell that Basil certainly thinks it suits him. It wasn't obvious before, but Hiro and Kel are brothers, and it looks like Hiro does get quite the kick out of messing with Kel, despite being the mature one. Looks like picnics are a frequent thing for this group. I can certainly empathize with feeling the need to take a nap after eating a lot. Only Kel would take a picture like this. Well, it's a bit hard to tell, although I can pretty easily guess Omori's. He really likes wearing those black socks, it seems. But that's all the pictures for now. Perhaps we'll see more in the future. Looks like Mari is also a photography enthusiast. Only sometimes, though. Sure, I'd love to check out your house, Basil. In addition to photography, Basil is also an enthusiast of gardening. Alright, we got our first mission of the game. Get to Basil's house. Still, though, it'd be a shame to just head straight there without checking out the playground. Looks like Mari's gonna hang back. Will do. And yes, as Mari points out, she has refreshments, which is, of course, a healing point, and her picnic basket is the main save point of the game. Well, I should say only save point of the game. Anytime you see a basket, that's where you can save. We'll do our best to. Now, one of my goals for this playthrough is to show off the ways to get all the various Steam achievements in the game. Among those various things that you have to do is you have to use every healing spot at Mari's Picnics. Mari's Picnics will be coming up quite a lot throughout the game, and they'll always have a save point and a way to restore our HP. And if you want to get an achievement, you got to use all the ways to restore your HP. It's a bit more complicated than it sounds, because, well, not to go too deep into it, we may not be able to access all the healing points on a given playthrough, but we'll get to that later. I made sure to clear out some of my saves earlier to make sure I didn't have anything too spoilery here, but as you can see, I've gotten far along to the end game of this game several times, although all these files are from the same particular playthrough. So, we'll just save there. We are in the prologue, although I like to informally refer to this as Day 1. We'll get to why I classify it like that later. Who's this fellow here? Shoot for the moon, buddy. It's a good way to do it. What's this poster? No boss zone. So I guess we can expect to not get into any boss fights. Now I see that bird-looking girl there has a light bulb over her head, which probably means she has a side quest for us. Let's check it out. You expect me to just sit around waiting? No thank you. Mio was right. No need to just wait around for something to happen. Let's go. Oh. Well, now you're suddenly ready. Hide and seek? You gotta get to Basil's house, though. How did it turn out last time? I don't think they, ever elaborate on what exactly happened last time. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. What gives you that idea? Now, she is absolutely putting words in our mouth. So boss is actually a person and not a group. Good to know. Sounds like an obsession, Burley. That's unhealthy. I guess that's a good point. Day's still got plenty of light to burn. Alright, no need to be a kiss-up, but everybody seems okay with it, so sure, let's play hide and seek. Alright, sounds good to me. What, are we playing hide and seek or going to boot camp? Wouldn't it be much easier to just have a big game of rock, paper, scissors? I'd be down with that. Alright. Straws it is. Sounds like a lot of extra work on your part, but okay. gonna be it. Take a wild guess. She got excellent eyesight to be able to tell that from all the way over there. You know, for someone who seems to spend a lot of his time in isolation, I think it's quite ironic that Omori does not like to be alone. Looks like Burley's not gonna have any of it. Yeah, I guess that's right. We can do this. You guys hide, and I will seek. Let's do it. You guys got anything to say? I actually never bothered talking to anybody during this scene, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's just a game of hide and seek too. It's not the biggest challenge in the world. Huh, I wonder where Kel is hiding. Well, let's get to work. Oh, okay, he's hiding badly on purpose. You know, the first time I just immediately hit Z and found Kel, so... Yeah, if you walk away, he does explicitly want to be found, so you can help him. So he can help Omori. What a good friend. What do we got over here? Well, not anymore. Poor Nose goes. Well, at least they're good friends. And, Van, I think you could look for a better spot. You could try a little harder than that. Maybe bury yourself in sand. Aw, that's nice. Well, Bangs. Again, like Van, you didn't really try. Unlike Van, you don't have as much of an excuse. Well, it's good to have a pillar of support like that, I suppose. He moves fast for a disembodied head. Is that how it goes? Yeah, it's been too long. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. Wow, Charlene, you did even worse than Van did. And it looks like we got a little lookout here keeping us from ditching. Or maybe they're just, oh, we're just being polite and leaving them alone. Well, hey Sean, hey Ren. Well, okay. Makes the game easier. Part of the also not trying club is Browse. Browse can't say much besides that. Well, hey, at least we found you and you didn't fall out of the tree. How's it going, Aubrey? I'm going to assume that, like Kel, she wasn't actually trying there. I would figure she would duck if she didn't want to be seen. And back in Sean and Ren, here's Hero. Sounds like you could actually use it, Hero. You sound a little exasperated and out of shape there. Alright, so the gang's all back together. In case it's not clear, Ren is the yellowish one on the left, and Sean is the goat-looking fellow on the right. Now, it looks like the only people that aren't accounted for so far are Burley and Basil. And, well, I think I've just found Burley. Yoink! After our attempted murder there, Burley pops out of the sand. Pretty clever, but not exactly a good risk versus reward, I think. Well, we haven't found Basil yet. Unfortunately, Omori in the Grand Tradition is a silent protagonist, so he's not going to point that out. Well, at least in his case, he seems to be explicitly established as pretty shy. Burley, you're so violent. Appreciate the screaming. Nose goes can only say nose goes and slight variants like bun goes. Hero is quite the charming fellow, and he sparkles naturally. Thwack. Oof. Doubling up. Yeah, it looks like we technically lost since we didn't find everyone. Where is he? Doesn't seem to be in that tree. Well, things have seemed to become slightly more dangerous than we were expecting. And it looks like this fellow is Boss, the same Boss who was banned. Seems that he is quite the brute, and the rogue, and the scoundrel. Looks like he's not looking to play nice today. Ah, harsh language, man. Ah, come on. Is it really worth taking someone hostage over? That actually sounds like a pretty cool game of hide-and-seek, I gotta admit. Perhaps my own violent inclinations are shining through. Yeah, come on. Knocking off Basil's flower crown. He loves that thing. Such an extremist. Well, if it's a boss-only zone, it's time for a boss fight. And thus, we have our first boss fight against Boss. But, like most RPGs, the first battle is just a slightly long string of launching attacks without much strategy, so we're just going to do all that. No sense in going into what everyone can do individually now, since it doesn't really matter for this fight. We're just going to throw out attacks. I don't know, Boss. Looks like you're getting hurt by him. Certainly you are visibly showing your displeasure upon being struck. As we can see right now, Omori is quite potent in comparison to everyone else, going first and attacking with his knife. Aubrey also hits pretty decently hard. In fact, surprisingly hard for somebody who's just whipping around a stuffed animal. Looks like Boss is on the rope, so let's take him out. Huh? What's this? Looks like he's a little agitated. Oh no! Hero is toast! Aubrey is toast! Kel is toast! Omori is... Huh? Looks like Omori is not throwing in the towel so easily. And this is a special ability of Omori. For attacks that might render his friends toast, Omori can hang on with 1 HP. And just a little quirk of that ability there is that he will survive any damage he takes for the rest of the turn when that happens, but he can only do it once per fight. But he's faster than Boss, so we win here with his last attack. Of course, he hogs all the experience after that. I'd say we won that fight fair and square. In fact, quite an impressive victory considering how much damage Omori took there. And Basil has his flower crown back. Huh. Nothing seems to damper his spirits. Aw, isn't that sweet? Looks like Basil wants to be inclusive of Boss. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think Boss is just lashing out because he was a little frustrated at how he was being treated. Oh. So it seems like he's softer than he likes to let on. Well, I guess that settles that. I hope he enjoys his new spot, at least. Looks like Basil has managed to get through the boss, and he won't cause any more trouble. Alright, let's go on our merry way. First, though... Well, actually, looks like we get fully restored after that. Wasn't sure of that, I always just grabbed the candy anyway. This is a guy we didn't actually get to talk to yet, because he was too busy talking with Daisy. This is Neb. He likes puzzles. That's about it. Speaking of Daisy, here's Daisy. Looks like she's interested in Neb, but she realizes that Neb has very narrow interests and returns. Flower puzzle, huh? Sounds like a side quest to me. Unfortunately, it'll be a little while before we can actually do that. Charlene seems a little awkward. Not like a bad person, though. Now, before we head out, let's just check out this mailbox. This guy will actually stop you from heading out if you do just try to walk away, so may as well just check him out preemptively. And we've got some items here. Healing items, juice restoratives, and... item that can inflict anger. Wonder what that's about. And Jax can damage the enemies and debuff them slightly. I'm just gonna preemptively spend all my clams on candy. We don't have much options for restoring our HP outside of Mari's picnics at this point, so probably a good idea to have as many healing items as possible.